So today we will discuss about shell programming. So first, before that, we will discuss what is kernel. So kernel is the heart of Linux operating system. Okay, so like very similar to our body, our heart is playing a major role in view of the body. If it gets failed, the working of body will get failed, right? So in similar way, if heart of the Linux operating system is not working, then your whole operating system will get failure. So kernel play vital role in the operating system. It's the major part of the operating system. So what it does, so it manages resources of Linux operating system. Resources means facilities available in Linux. For example, facilities to store data, print data on printer, memory management, file management, etc. So So kernel decides who will use these resources and for how long and when. So to all the decisions, like if any, like everything is only one. We are having only one keyboard, one mouse, screen, only one monitor, one share memory, a single memory. So it's the decision will be taken by the kernel to whom the resources will be allocated and for how much time and when it will be get allocated for which processes, because multiple processes we are running on the same system. So it's run your program, like or set up set up to execute the binary file. So basically kernel will helps you to run your program. So the kernel act as the intermediary between the computer hardware and the various programs, applications, and shells. So oblique slash is there. So shell. By this, observing this statement, that indicates that shell is operated at application level. So we will discuss this in detail. So this is all about kernel. So here kernel user request, right? User can write the instruction command. Like interface will be the shell. Through the shell, user can write commands, instructions, or through the applications also they can write the commands. And then which is very similar to the shell programming. Then we are having Linux, and Linux will interact with the hardware actually, and accordingly it will perform that actions through the system calls, right? So you can have three layers: shell, that is application level, Linux operating system layer, and the hardware. So user can't interact directly with the hardware. So operating system help us to interact with the hardware with the help of kernel. Like it will be using the kernel, and shell will help us to interact with the kernel. This arrow you can remember. Shell will help us to interact with the kernel. Kernel will help us to interact with the hardware. So what is the kernel? It's memory resident portion of Linux. It perform following tasks, that is input output management, process management, device management, file management, memory management. So you can remember body and heart is not different thing. If I'm saying body is performing something, that means the responsibility of heart is equivalent. In similar way is the, if I'm saying this is the kernel performing, ultimately it is the operating system's task, right? Operating system or kernel is responsible for these duties, that is input output management, process management, device management, and so on. So the point of discussion is what is shell. So shell is a program that takes command type by user and call operating system to run those commands. So shell is the interface between the user and the kernel, right? If you give any particular command to the shell, it will be understood by the operating system's kernel. directly. According to that, that particular kernel will invoke particular system call to fulfill that command, fulfill that task. Okay. So a shell is a program that acts as interface between you and the Linux system, allowing you to enter the commands for the operating system to execute. So basically it is the interface between the user and the operating system. So shell accept your instructions or commands in English and translate it into computer native binary language. So shell will accept command because user can't write the commands into the one and zeros. It's very complicated task, very complex task for the user to remember the numbers, but we can write the commands in English like language. So basically shell will allow you to type the commands into the English language, but at the same time it is responsible for converting it into the one and zero, which will be understood by the machine. Why to use shells, right? So you can use shell script to automate administrative tasks, encapsulate complex configuration details, get the full power of operating system. The ability to combine commands allow you to create new commands, adding value to your operating system. So this you will actually we will demonstrate this with the help of actual demonstration when we are using this shell scripting, when we are writing the shell programs. So there are various kinds of shells: Bourne shell, C shell, corn shell, bash shell, and TCS shell, shell. So here we are more interested to the bash shell programming, uh, looking at your syllabus. So changing your default shell. So how you can change your default shell? So if you want to find out all the available shells in your system, so you need to type dollar is always there on the command prompt. So cat slash etc slash shells, that will give you all types of the shells available on your system. And to change your default shell, the command is ch for the change, sh for the shell, ch and the username and the new default shell. So this will be possible with the administrative login. Okay, if you have login into system with the administrative accounts. Okay, then this is what shell does for us, what shell is doing for us. So when you are typing commands, right, your commands or your shell script will be given to Linux shell, which will be shell will be converting it into the binary language. And now this would be understood by your Linux kernel. So this is the example. This is few examples of Linux shell commands which are given here, which is given to bash shell, and which will be converting it into the one and zeros, and that is given to Linux kernel. Now Linux kernel will able to understand this, right, and will perform accordingly. The task will be performed accordingly. So shell is command language interpreter that execute commands read from the standard input devices through the keyboard or from a file. ओके, सो आप कीबोर्ड के थ्रू वो कमांड्स टाइप कर सकते हो और फाइल के साथ भी वो कमांड रीड हो सकता है. So now the next thing is that the shell as a programming language. When I am uttering a word program, what does it indicate? Program is nothing but piece of code, right? Piece of statement written together and saved under a single file. That is a program. So basically shell program, when you are putting a set of uh, shell commands into the file, that file is called as a shell program, shell script, and that particular shell script is will be getting saved with the .sh extension, right? Like C program is getting stored with .c extension, Python program is storing with .py extension. In similar way, this is getting stored with .sh extension. So there are basically two ways to execute the shell program, we can say the first one is like interpreter. Just give one command, it will convert it into the binary, execute it, take next command, execute, take next command, execute. So this is the first way. The second way is write your all the commands into the file, save that file with the .sh extension, and then execute that uh, file. So that particular program is called as shell script. So shell scripting. So shell script is a series of commands stored in a plain text file. Okay. So that is the shell scripting. So why to write shell scripts? So shell script can take input from user file and output them on a screen. Then useful to create own commands that will save lot of time. Then to do automate some tasks of day-to-day life. System administration part can be also automated. So this you will like come to know in detail with the help of examples. These are few practical examples of shell scripting actively used. So if you want to monitor your Linux system, you can write your own shell script, data backup and creating snapshot. If you want to find out what processes are eating up your system resources, you can write script for that. Then find out available and free memory. For that also you can write your own script. Then find out all logged in user, what they are doing, find out if all necessary network services are running or not. So basically you can observe what kind of application these are. They are more towards the system, okay, towards the hardware, towards the memory. They are not like the application layer software, right? It's for the system. So create a script. So how you can create a script? As discussed earlier, shell script store in plain text file, generally one command per line. Okay, very similar to your other programming language. हम एक statement, like we are writing one statement on one line. So vi is the like its editor, then myscript.sh is your file. Okay, file name is myscript and extension is .sh. Then make sure you use .bash or .sh file extension for each script. That is like why extension are like necessary to identify the type of that file. This ensure easy identification of shell script. Then set up executable permission. So once script is created, you need to set up executable permission on a script. Why? Okay, क्यों चाहिए permission? Without executable permission, running a script is almost impossible. Beside executable permission, script must have read permission. Okay, so for that purpose you need to set up your executable permission. So syntax to set up executable permission, these are the two commands: ch change mode, ch for the change, mod for the mode, plus x your script name. Okay, and the next one is chmod 755 your script name. So in this way you can set up your executable permission. Then how you can run the script? So execute a script. Now your script is ready with proper executable permission on it. Next, test script by running it. Now it's come to like check your whether your script is like your program is running properly or not with the input, and like for what purpose you have written that, whether it is fulfilling that task or not. So how you can do that? So basically first thing is you need to compile it, right? uh, like it's not compilation, but uh, you need to check it if it exists in errors. So how you can do that? How you are doing that in for the C, like gcc file name dot c. In similar way, like file name, in similar way here you can write bash program name, sh program name, and dot slash program name. So here example is given: bash bar is the name of your script, then sh bar dot slash bar. So in this way you can run your script. So this is the example of very simple example of script vi first. So I have written one program, my first shell script. So clear, then clear is the instruction, then echo, this is my first script. So this we have written in first, then we have set up the environment, we have changed the environment C mode 755 first and dot slash first. So now that file echo statement will get printed as it is on the script. So this is the way in which you can execute your program. So this is all about the shell scripting, what it is, what do you mean by kernel, what are the types of uh, shells. Okay, thank you all.